Hello everyone, I'm RecV5,
And I'm Sandman99.
and we're back with the Madden NFL 2005 Crusaders franchise, Year 1, Week 9.
Yes, and we're coming off of a pretty good performance on both sides of the ball last week. We rather easily handled the Indianapolis Wizards.
Yeah, the play-action spammers who didn't spam that much this time.
No, they didn't hardly throw any play-action passes at all. But one of the factors in that game was a certain defensive player by the name of Cedric Perry, who is your left outside linebacker. And he reached a milestone in sacks this season. After 7 games, he has 15 sacks.
Jeez.
Which leads the league.
It's over 2 a game.
That's more than 2 a game. So at the rate that he's going after 7 games with 15 sacks, he will break the 30 sack barrier probably.
And probably hold the NFL sack record.
Yeah, the only question is by how much will he exceed 30 sacks, I think, this season. But yeah, he's a sack producing machine.
And yet he's just a completely average, typical linebacker.
Yeah, actually, completely average, typical for you, maybe. But if we look at Cedric Perry in the depth chart here, well, Cedric Perry has an overall rating of 69 with 66 speed. He's reasonably aware. He's not terribly fast off the start. He doesn't have an especially quick first step.
He's got terrible hands.
Yeah, he can't jump, but he can tackle. He's a very good tackler.
Yep.
Right. And he has reasonably good stamina, and he's a fairly tough, injury-resistant player, so he can be out there for every play.
Which he is.
But anyway, can you say product of the system?
No way. He's just a pro, man.
Well, basically, your outside linebackers are basically defensive. Like, they play it like defensive ends, right?
Yeah.
You use them as pass rushers, mainly. So.
Well, if they're not doing pass rush, they're playing a flat zone.
Yeah, that's right. Anyway, our next game is against the Tampa Bay Pirates.
And what are they like?
Well, they are a very balanced team, looks like, and about average in every way.
We have really improved, too.
Have we?
We have.
Well, yeah, I guess. We're not quite as cupcake-like as we were.
Well, that's what winning games will do for you, though. Winning games is really important in order to make your players and your team better.
Yeah. But anyway, this week I am going to remember
to use the new
playbook. Because I decided to come out with a new playbook to capitalize a little bit more on some positives that I saw with the triple I formation.
Well, I'm thinking of it too. Maybe we should switch to the alternate jerseys just to give people some flavor.
You want to play the alternate away jersey?
Yeah, the alternate away jerseys. What's the occasion? Absolutely no occasion. Tampa Bay has no relation to Kansas whatsoever.
Yeah, and their uniforms look completely different than ours. I think that's why you have alternate jerseys, right? In case you've got 2 teams matched up that have similar looking jerseys.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if you were like us and the Scorpions or something. Yeah. Although actually I think our alternate jerseys look more like the Scorpions, not less.
Yeah. But anyway, here we go. Alternate jerseys. And so the players to watch on the Pirates are the strong safety, the halfback, and one of their cornerbacks. And it looks like the Pirates are struggling a bit at 3-4 season.
Well, it's not too surprising. I mean, a balanced team, an average team in this league with like 6 all Madden teams in the league, not so average, right?
Yeah, and actually that's where our real test is going to come, because we have not played one of our divisional opponents, the Oakland Badmen, yet.
So we're going to play them twice.
Yeah, we're going to play them twice, and I think we have to play them twice in 3 games near the end of the season.
Jeez.
That's just how the schedule worked out, so that's going to be a real test.
Yeah.
you this one with my partner, John Madden.
This defense has been watching extra film all week because they're facing a dangerous duel. And it starts with this guy. He'll make throws that no other quarterback would ever think about making. You think the guy's covered? At both. He fires one in between two defenders for a touchdown.
So now that we know about the quarterback, let's talk about the guys he throws to. And the first
It looks as though they might have a little bit of a passing offense, the way they're talking up the quarterback and the wide receiver there.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll have to have a look at their roster and see what those guys look like.
Yeah.
Look at him down there. Now this is
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Ready to play. Heck, I even think I see a coach jumping up and down a little bit.
Ha! There's no coach in there, John. You're full of shit.
Well, I guess we get to call the coin toss. The Pirates won the toss and elect to receive. So we'll defend that end.
Much anticipated game.
And we will set up our audibles. And the audibles for this team are have one small weakness, and that is that they depend on a motion of one player. So, that may be a bit troublesome. I might have to change to something else depending on how much time they screw me out of on the clock, right?
Yeah, usually it's just a change of possession that you get screwed, and sometimes at a timeout.
Or a penalty.
Yeah, so you'll have to be mindful of such things.
Yeah. But anyway, this new offensive playbook is a little bit more run oriented. They have a fast tight end, or what?
They have a fast tight end.
Yeah,
and they have like crazy fast third and fourth string receivers.
Yeah.
Although it looks like this guy's injured, so that guy will be playing third.
That guy might be fast too, right? Except that he's hurt, right?
Well, the only problem is this guy's going to be matched up against Danny Jones, and then this guy's going to be matched up against a 70-speed corner.
Well, I guess if you see three wide receivers, you better back everybody up.
Yeah, wow, they've got a lot of speed on offense. I'm surprised they're considered a balanced team. Usually it's like, what the hell's it called? Air it out teams that have players this fast.
Well, you know what, though? It could be the quality of player, too, right? Like maybe they don't catch very well or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. If they have faster players, they're more likely to just drop the ball all over the place. But we'll see. It's going to be a difficult game. I'm going to be backing everybody up all the time.
And we go back to the game.
Well, anyway, I guess we get to kick to start the game. So you'll get to try out your defensive strategy and see how things go.
Yeah, oh boy. I'm so excited.
Early on.
Should be a return here.
I'm so excited to see how my number 4 cornerback makes up that 25-point speed deficit.
Yeah.
See if they can turn this first drive into points.
Try this.
Loosening up the coverage on the outside. They line up in the I formation. On the ground.
Oh, I broke off, but too late.
At the 25. And picks up about 4.
Well, they start off with a run right up the middle.
Yep.
Surprisingly enough, you were in the top 3 in the league in run defense.
Yeah, so people just must give up rushing yards like water.
The home team come out in the bunch formation. It's rid of it.
Oh, well, that wasn't at anyone in particular.
I don't think he got hit. I'm not sure what that was.
Yeah, basically that ball went behind the nearest receiver by a couple or 3 yards and in front of your defender.
Do these guys have an injury at quarterback?
I don't know.
No?
Oh, that's us.
Oh, wait, that's us. Whoops.
Yeah.
And I'm at halfback, too. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they have
do.
An injury at quarterback.
Okay. Oh, yeah. And you know what they did? They're starting that guy even though he's probable. So maybe he's, yeah, look at his throw power and his throw accuracy. He
Yeah.
must have some kind of an arm injury or something. Something that hampers his ability to throw the ball, right?
That's right. So now we know.
Yeah. Maybe that's why that bad throw, right?
Probably.
Pressure coming. Slings it to the outside. And the
Well, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
No.
the tackle.
You saw that, the way he threw that was a lame duck too, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, like it was
His
a
arm
high,
is-
it was a high arcing looping pass, like very weak.
Yeah, his
I think-
arm is just not in it today.
Yeah. So that might just be why their team is struggling a bit too. Like if that guy's normally a pretty good quarterback, if he's trying to play injured, well, that might be part of their problems, right?
I probably could have returned that for quite some ways, but
Maybe.
It's 1st and 10.
Well, they're going to start this right away.
every team does this right away.
Yeah.
This is just the standard defense that teams put out in Madden 05.
Gets the pass off.
And we're going to start with a drop pass right away.
His eyes off that one.
Well, he looks sharp in that alternate jersey out there, but it doesn't help him catch any better.
No. Well, actually, as I recall, the last game we played, he dropped the very first pass thrown in the game too, right?
He's just, like what Madden says, one of those players that gets better as the game goes on, right?
Huh. Well, let's hope.
Slings it to the outside.
Oh, come on!
Well, that's okay. We got it back.
I wonder if they're going to challenge that.
Well, maybe. I'm okay with it if they do,
They
really.
have to do a better job of hanging on the ball because they might not be so lucky. the
Hartman,
next time.
generally speaking, takes better care of the ball. You see that, though? He caught that pass.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Well, who knows? Maybe it was more of a drop type of thing that got called as a fumble.
Changing the play now.
Maybe.
Dropping back with the throw.
We'll throw it to Easley again this time.
Well, he's got it.
See, here's one of my, this is one of my pass audibles, right? And basically this guy's running like about a 7-yard hook out.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy starts off on the outside and I gave him a 4-yard curl.
Yep. And then you motion him in.
And if I motion him in like this, if they show a zone defense, I audible this guy to a hitch route.
Yep.
And then if they cover the hitch route, I throw it to him. And if they cover him, then I throw the hitch route.
Yeah.
Right, which is exactly what happened on the previous play.
Yeah, that short zone guy is just overloaded.
And when you throw a hitch route to Parkman, by the looks of it, he's capable of running over people and things like that, right?
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe it was too that he fumbled because he was busy running someone over and then got hit again.
Maybe. It could have been.
But he is big too,
It
right?
could have been just one of those things too.
It was a scripted fumble.
Anyway, we're going to try a run play here.
All right.
Had to bounce outside a little bit there, but I guess it turned out not too bad.
Yeah, well, you know, anytime you get 3 yards on a run play, you can't really complain, right? Unless you were like third down and you needed more than 3 yards, but then what do you do in running?
Looks like he's changing the play. Jenkins sends a man in motion. Throwing.
Go, Marshall.
Yeah, and this particular playbook, because of the audibles that I use, will involve the tight ends in the game a little bit more.
Fifth play of this drive. They're in field goal range.
Well, that's important, though, because you got some really good tight ends on this team. Well, really good relative speaking to, like, cupcake statistics, but really good.
Yeah. And it also mixes up the running back that I send out there, because out of this formation, it's the guy who's the halfback.
Yep.
Pass on first down. Gets the pass off.
There, throw the same pass again.
Caught the pass, but didn't go anywhere.
Nope. They were on
But
the
if
way.
I did keep the wishbone, because I like the wishbone, it's a legacy formation.
Just inside.
And in the wishbone, though, if I audible to that same pass play, then Golston becomes the halfback,
Yeah.
and then he goes out into the pattern, right?
See, the wishbone is like the appendix.
Again with the run.
There, we'll just
And he
plow
Give it to
straight up the
Clark.
middle.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an
So-
Yeah, that was a wonderful gap there.
Yeah, so on first down, I kind of like using the triple I because it's a little more flexible for running from,
Yeah.
but I can also effectively call
calling an audible.
Pass audible.
pass audibles out of it, like this one, for example.
And then they just will not cover him. And
Passing on first down. Looking for a receiver with the
Yeah,
throw.
and Clark is actually a pretty good receiver too, right? In fact, he's been much more successful catching passes this season than he has been running, right?
oh, maybe he has a future at wide receiver.
Actually, I've been pondering that because of the way he's been playing, basically catching passes, because he's got as much receiving or possibly even more receiving yardage than he has rushing yardage, right?
Yeah.
And what I was hoping is to maybe recruit a big back kind of guy to turn into the feature halfback.
Yep.
And if I do that, then
Got no reason to keep Clark around.
I've got a couple of wide receivers who are probably going to drop off the team next year anyway. And Clark is fast enough to be a decent possession style wide receiver, right?
Yep.
From the 6-yard line. They forced a 3 and out on the last series. It's 1st and 10. Backing off.
And of course, we're backing off the corners again.
Yep.
Gilbert lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throws it. And this pass is completed. French with the
Well, you were playing the short zone in the middle, and you were ready for the circle route that time.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Ben French didn't get a good hit on him that time.
Well, like you limited the game to 3 yards. That's not bad.
Yeah, but he's got to hit him so hard he coughs it up.
Well, see, running backs are used to being hit like that, though, right? Oh, he dropped that one, though. He saw the pitter-patter, or heard the pitter-patter of little Ben French feet coming, I think.
It's like, I'm not taking 2 of those in a row.
Backing off. They're going with a form of bunch formation here. Looking for a receiver. Gets the pass off. Pass ball's incomplete.
Yeah, there was not much chance of completing that.
It's incomplete.
Yep.
That's really frustrating for a guy when he knows he could have kept the drive going, but he just couldn't hang on to the pass.
I don't know, I'd be surprised, and I think that would not really be justified to classify that as a drop pass, because the guy was being hit by two defenders at once.
Yeah, and they were trying to get their hands in there on the ball to boot.
Here's the punt.
Yeah.
And he chooses
The
not to
kinds of
return
drops
this
that really bug me are the kind where the guy's by himself and there's nobody touching him,
Yeah.
and he still drops the ball, right?
one. Ball on their own 47.
Okay, well, I think it's time for a pass audible.
Pass play here on first down. Looking for an option on the move. Perfect pass. And it'll be second and less than 2 following that pass for decent yardage.
I'll tell you, when you got second and short, you can call just about anything and everything. Because if you don't get it on this play, you can always go back out there on third, and you still only need a yard or 2 for the first down.
Set. Cowboy, 35.
Number 47, the man in motion. Rolling.
Well, they came on the blitz there.
Bryant
Yeah.
with the stop at the
But that's why I
37.
use that hook pattern, though, for tight ends,
Yeah, he can really fire
because
in
it's a
there
fairly
when he
quick pass. So if I get even just somewhat okay pass protection, I'll have time to throw it. And
They protect the ball a little better, I guess.
yeah, and well, also you know, like the defense has just as much trouble covering that as they do the out of the box hook out patterns, right? When you have man coverage.
On the call. Jennings makes
Parkman
the
wasn't
play
fast
at
enough
the
to keep up with it.
31-yard line.
Yeah, that's
Gain of
okay.
6 on the
But he
play.
did block out a linebacker.
See, with this playbook too, I run a lot of counter step runs
They need to get
because
ball
the I
inside the
formation
26-yard
kind of
line. Convert
lends
to
itself
first down.
toward that kind of thing, right? Very well.
Set. Simple. 35.
And you might notice here that I've reversed, like I redesigned the wishbone here a bit, so that the fullback is actually on the left.
He gets the carry. Strickland is
So
the
when
guy
I audibled the other way, I wasn't
at the
audibling to the
25.
fullback like
And he gets
normal.
to
I
the
was
6 on that
audibling
from
to the
the
halfback,
outside. The
right?
offensive
Yep.
line really doing
And what
their
it does is
job
it
on
gives the
this play.
halfback two
You can
big
be
guys
effective like
to
that,
lead
running to the
in front of
outside.
him.
It kind of spreads the
Right.
defense out a little.
But if you
when
hand
you
it
do
to the
that,
fullback
then
going
you
the
can
other
come
way,
back
then
and
he's
run to the
also got two
inside.
big guys, right?
Gray. 35.
I'm not going to have time, but I'll...
Looking downfield.
Come on,
throws
Parkman.
the run.
Oh, he dropped it.
Fails to hang on to that. No catch on that pass play.
This is one of
Oh,
those guys
well.
who's working really hard to improve himself. Every now and then he'll let one bounce off his hands like that, but most of the time you can
Let's try
rely
and
on him
spread
to
them
make
out
the
a little
catch
bit
when
here.
you really need it.
Set. Second.
Calling an audible.
35.
Jenkins with a man
I
in
see that
motion.
linebacker didn't move, so I'm assuming he's playing a zone of some sort.
Pressure.
Or blitzing.
And he's
Yeah.
back down in the backfield.
He got
Veteran
through
linebacker
cleanly,
works
too.
through and gets the
Yeah,
sack.
he came right around there, right?
Have success in splits.
Completely untouched.
When the other
Oh,
team
well.
wasn't effective.
Let's see here.
Here is a 3rd and long situation.
Let's see what kind of defense they come out in. Are they going to play man coverage, or are they playing... It looks like they're playing a zone, eh?
Looks to be.
Yeah. Well, we'll try our luck with this then.
He surveys the field.
Oh, I couldn't get it away.
For a huge loss this time. Austin explodes across the line.
He was open, but somebody blew their block there, eh?
You know, that's
Yep.
an important quality to have if you're going to excel as a pass rusher.
What went wrong?
I think somebody just got beat.
Yeah, the right... Not only that, he got beat to the inside. Wow.
So let's pick up the action.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't stand much of a chance when something like
Will
that
do his
happens,
best to
right?
get this one inside their
Well,
5.
maybe they got a good defensive end, too. I don't know. Just give this a little doink and then
This one is shallow.
stop it inside the 20.
Yep. Yeah, well, we made it back to the first down marker anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, back-to-back sacks
1st and 10.
after a drop pass. Right?
Pleasant sends a man in motion. Throwing on 1st down. With the pass, nice adjustment. Jones is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 27.
Well, Danny Jones gets his first tackle of the day.
In single coverage.
He'll get many more. Many, many more.
It's 1st and
Yeah,
10.
well, I've managed to have a fairly good time of possession, and you've actually forced them to kick the ball away twice fairly quickly,
Gilbert, the
so
lone back.
your defense hasn't been on the field all that much yet
Records
in
the
this
tackle
game.
At the 32. 6-yard gain.
Oh, now here they come out in 4 wide receivers.
Yep.
They need 5. They've got receivers bunched together on both sides.
Wow, what's that guy doing?
On the carry. Big pop that
Twitching.
Well, you managed to fill that gap so Danny Jones could pursue.
Yo, what ended up happening is I went to beat the guy, and I actually didn't beat the guy. I kind of just moved over.
Yeah.
Well, you know how sometimes they kind of like push you off?
But you closed up the gap that he was trying to run through, right?
Yeah.
Defense just dropped the safeties and corners into deeper coverage.
Well, like I was reading about that, somebody wrote a bit of an article playing defensive line in Madden 05 particularly, and he said it's a thankless job, but if you do it well, even if you don't rack up a lot of statistics, your team will prosper on defense, right?
Yep.
Warren is ready to punt this one away.
Well, that certainly appears to be true in my experience. Defensive line is an important position, and the AI just doesn't play it well enough. So you gotta play it yourself. And it's like the easiest position for a human to pick up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Covering pass routes is hard.
Yeah, I can't even see trying to do that myself. Wow, okay. And the audible here to a pass is a little bit quicker because if I don't motion Clark, I don't actually do anything with him, right?
Yeah.
There's no point in audibling him to additionally block in this situation because he's too far. He's too far away from the line of scrimmage to do anything effective before you throw the pass away, anyways, right?
Yep.
On the other hand, from the wishbone, quite often I will audible Golston to block if I'm passing out of that formation because he is close enough to make a difference, right?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's okay. That guy was blitzing and not playing his own. It's hard to tell, right, when they run down to the line like that?
Yeah. Well, I made him pay for that one.
Ball right around midfield.
These guys have been working very hard to stop the run anyway.
Yeah, they really haven't played a lot of pass defense at all. They've just been obsessed with stopping the run.
Yeah.
You know, statistically, we don't even have that much rushing yardage on the season.
No. Well, that's one of the reasons, though, right? I come out and I call a run play by default, but then I end up audibling away from it because they crowd 9 or 10 guys in the box, right?
Yeah.
And the defense does that all the time. It just seems like that's the way they play.
And we'll start the second quarter. So they have first and 10 here.
Well, they're not going to give me a hint as to what they're doing this time. I'm going to run away the other way just because of the way that middle linebacker's leaning, right?
Yep.
Aimed it off to the back.
Well, and a good choice.
Brings him down.
Yeah, somebody managed to start a block and then they lost it on him there, right?
Yep.
But we'll try and stretch them out again here a little bit.
He has his guys running hard and hitting hard. Thinking that they'll have more gas left in the tank when the fourth quarter rolls around.
Okay.
He sees something in the defense. Clark, the man in motion. With the throw.
Ooh.
And he had it and lost it.
Yeah, that guy tried to come around, but he wasn't agile enough to get there, and then your receiver dropped that.
What happened there.
Yep.
The quarterback did his job delivering a catchable ball. He just couldn't come up with it.
Yeah, they might have fairly speedy corners. They just might not be intelligent.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
But they'll have capabilities, right?
Maybe.
Dropping back. Gets away.
No!
Oh, wow. Is that ever off target? Holy shit.
I think you stepped backwards there by accident.
Yeah. That one went, it was supposed to go way off to the right, and for some reason it went right down the middle, eh?
Yeah, I think what ended up happening there was, if we take a look, you stepped backwards when you threw that. Like, you just, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Instead of...
Yeah, and that went like 15 yards closer to the mid. Like, that was supposed to go 15 yards to the right.
Yeah. Well, that'll happen if, because you know how you can press, like, up, down, left, or right to lead a receiver? If you press the directional button before pressing the throw button, then you can end up with that.
I had the timing off on it, so that one was totally my fault.
They hit their blocks and the back found the right
I wouldn't worry about it so much.
and pick up a first down.
It happens to the best of us.
First and 10.
Yeah, well, especially because these guys have been getting a bit of pressure,
Backing off.
right? I might have been rushed a little bit too, right?
Gilbert lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Johnson pulls him down at the 45. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
It's 1st and 10.
See, now they're going to get a charge, though, right?
The backs are lined up in an eye. Gets rid of it, and the catch is made. Perry makes the tackle.
Well, that was a interesting little route there. That was one of those out routes from the backfield.
Yeah. I think they're probably going to try and throw a lot of those since their quarterback is a cripple in this game, right? Like, I don't think you're going to see too many, like, long bomb, field-stretching type passes. Oh, you got him!
About time.
Well, he's got the first move, and he combines that with a very quick first step.
That first down marker just inside the 35. Pleasant with split backs. Drops back. He goes to the left side. And it's
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't going to go anywhere.
No, well, again, though, you saw he doesn't have any arm strength, right?
Yeah.
Like, normally, if you see an AI quarterback throw that pass, he's not throwing it high and arcing like that. He's
Yeah, it's
throwing
like hard and low and zipping.
he's trying to zip it in there real fast, right?
Inside the 10.
And I think this guy just doesn't have the ability to do that right now.
Here's the punt.
Wow, that's a good
boy.
punt.
Yep. That one's going to be tough to...
First and 10. They come out of the nickel.
Yeah. Okay.
Directing traffic.
Oh.
Throwing on first down. Gets rid of
Okay.
it. He
Huh.
hits his
I didn't see that guy way out there, but I guess I got away with it.
Yeah, I guess they were playing cover 4.
Yeah, they must have been. Yeah, that corner was obviously playing a deep zone out there.
A little over 4 to go.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have had room to do that.
Looks like he's changing the play. Number 47 comes in motion. Under pressure. There's a flag on the
I almost got hit there.
to bring him down.
It's okay. That guy was offside
Okay,
when you snapped the
I'm
ball.
going to accept the penalty because that gives us a first down. Right? No, seriously. It's a couple less yards, but instead of 3rd and 1, we get a first down, right?
I mean, I accept it anyways.
Still gets first down.
Right? Because you need all the downs you can so you don't have to punt here.
Hand it off.
You know, you try to block everybody, you're not going to block anybody.
Yeah, block somebody, right? Like, really.
And they were able to get to him before he got very far.
This defense can really get after the ball. Once they figure out where the play is going, they do a great job shedding their blocks. Then they have closing speed to get to a ball carrier very quickly.
He sees something in the defense. Number 47, the motion man. Drops back. Looking for a receiver. In and out of his hands. Big drop on that play, John.
I think that was out of bounds anyways.
Yeah, it was.
Here's a look at the 3rd down success rate of each team.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
Is that a linebacker covering Clark?
Dropping back. He surveys the field, gets rid of it.
Looks
Yep.
like it.
And he steps
Wow.
at the 40. Big time play by Clark.
And that's the kind of thing that can happen when you get this guy the ball. He's going to move the ball, and he's going to move it with speed.
1st and 10.
See, he's got 3 catches for 48 yards.
Yep.
Jenkins with a man in motion. run.
Ooh, I managed to just barely get away.
Adams stops
I made
it
a hard
at the
cut for the
47-yard
outside there,
line.
though, right?
About 7
Yep.
yards there.
But that's what allows you to do that, is if you move that wide receiver over and he takes the corner with him, there's no containment out there, right?
Yep. Looks like they're playing a zone defense here. Maybe they're blitzing.
Number 86.
Well,
I don't think you lost anything there.
no, I didn't lose anything there.
I'll tell you, he's one of the most knowledgeable defenders in the league. He knows how to play the game, and he always knows what's going on.
7th play of this drive. Ball at midfield. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Okay.
Safety blitz.
Closing in.
Oh.
Rosen almost.
Yeah, I know. I tried to get it there, but I got hit.
One thing remains constant. No matter what kind
So
of
far,
quarterback
any
you are,
passes that I try to run that's not out of the triple I have failed miserably.
Yeah, you just don't get the pass
I
protection
don't
that
get
you
the
need.
pass protection that I need unless I leave 2 extra guys in, right?
Here's the punt.
So I guess we'll have to pay attention to that and just start leaving 2 extra guys in
Yeah.
all the time.
Well-
Until they cease and desist from that blitz game.
That's okay. You did get it inside the 20 punt.
Well, we're definitely better off than we would have been if we'd have been stuck at our own 2, which I think is where that started, right?
Yep.
Gets rid of it. And he makes the grab.
See, he's throwing a lot of those little dinky passes, sort of, that pick him up 3 yards, right?
Yeah, it's like a running game.
Yeah. Really, with the injured quarterback like that, I'm surprised they're not running the ball
It's 2nd
more.
down and 7 to go.
Basically, their defense has been keeping them in this game,
He'll
right?
go from the I formation. Play action. Throwing.
Crunch.
Incomplete.
Look who it is defending the pass.
Incompletion.
Yeah, look at that. He knows how to do pass. He's really going to get better
Yeah.
at tackling.
Yeah, he's picked up on the pass defense philosophy, eh?
That's right.
Yeah.
He knows how to...
He knows how to deflect the receiver so he can't catch the ball.
That's right.
They line up in the I formation. With the throw, he finds his man. He just unloaded.
And then we got Zach Mack
Now,
doing the same thing.
Well, those super short passes, right? I mean, all it takes is 1 drop pass or 1 incomplete pass, and then you're stalled, right?
Warren is
Yep.
back to punt. Here's the kick.
I'm not even going to touch
Waiting
that.
for the fair catch.
No. It's
just-
angled too far.
I went off the field on the other side of the field. I went so far away from it.
It's 1st and 10. Nickelback in this time. He sees something.
Hey, look,
in
it's the
back.
nickel defense.
Wow, look at all those guys in the middle.
Changing the play now. They'll pass on 1st down.
They're just having a team meeting. Maybe they're going to call a different play.
It's complete.
Yeah.
Dives and brings him down.
Or they're relying on the ref backer to get them covered
Rose,
deep
he's
back
about
there.
7 yards on that reception. They need about 3.
I don't know. I half wonder if the refs are like any faster than Parkman, if I'm honest.
Jenkins sends a man
I
in
don't
motion.
think they're that fast.
Silver, 28.
What are you doing here?
Directing traffic.
Ah! I fucked up.
Penalty marker down.
Ah.
And back they come now after being called for the foul.
It's hard for the offense to move the ball down the field when they keep making mistakes like
When
that.
I moved him out there, and he took another defender with him, I realized they were playing a man coverage scheme, right? And then I decided I wanted to try and move him back. But by then it was too late.
Bo Jenkins, bad day.
Pressure.
Oh, look at this.
That's a defensive end.
Great effort that time, John.
Wow.
He's clearly one of the best in the league.
I can't get any protection against the pass, like, or against the pass rush.
Yeah, you're gonna need a personal protector back there.
Third and long situation.
I don't know. I noticed that even though I drew, you'll notice that I drew the protection scheme with one running back going in each direction. I noticed that sometimes they both go in the same direction, like they're doing their own thing out there, right? They're not doing what they were told.
They're just pissed off at Bo Jenkins. I don't know, maybe they had an argument in the locker room.
Terrible throw off my back foot again.
By good coverage, he forces the ball in there.
The quarterback can get a little excited out there at times. Maybe that's what caused him to rush the throw a bit.
Oh, he'll come around.
I need to come out with something maybe that's like shotgun formation deep or something, right? Like back the quarterback up an extra couple of steps out of the shotgun.
Huh.
So that he's standing 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And that way maybe it'll take them a little longer to get there.
I wouldn't worry so much about it.
It's too bad you can't put a punt formation out there and then draw plays from it. Right?
Huh.
So it's a long... you have the long snapper out there playing center for you.
I just got released through the middle of the line there.
Interior lineman John got off the ball very well on that play.
Yeah, and the key to stopping that kind of run is exactly that. Whoever fires off the line faster and gets better leverage is gonna win those battles at the line.
The visiting team call a timeout.
Totally came out in the wrong personnel there. And they would have had that super speed wide receiver lined up against the linebacker. So I wasn't going to do that.
Slater, the motion man. Hands off to the tailback. Terry makes the stop at the 31. He could be seeing more carries after that game.
If the defense is looking to force these guys out of their game plan, they're going to need to attack the ball carrier and punish him every time.
So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on third down.
Third down is when you want your players to dig deep and make a clutch play.
Man.
Wow. Well, that's probably as close to getting an interception as you're going to get in this game.
Felt a little pressure on that one. It looked like he fired the ball out there before he wanted to.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just how it goes. Sorry, I used up one of your valuable timeouts.
That's okay. I'm all right with it. If you need to reset, you know, like, go ahead. That's what they're for.
Yeah. Well, I just didn't want to give up something where I was going to get burned.
Andy waves for the fair catch.
Well, I think, speaking of making changes here, I think that I need to make an audible adjustment. And we're going to go to...
Something very short and simple?
No, I have similar audibles, right? I've got a couple of different versions of this, actually, right? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up to the
full house one.
The wishbone version, right?
Yep, for better pass protection.
For better pass protection, because out of the eye, it seems like sometimes those two backs I leave in to block both go in the same direction for some reason.
Yep. And
I'm not getting that extra pass protection that I need to both sides, right?
Yep.
First and 10.
You know, because on that last last time I got sacked out of that formation, I ended up with both backs going to the left, and then the guy coming from the right side of the screen is the guy that sacked me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
Set. Here we come. Gray, 28.
Hand it off. Strickland makes the tackle.
Got some good blocking from the wide receiver over there.
Yeah, it was good.
It's first and 10. They come out in the nickel. Calling an audible. Changing the play now. Looking upfield. Big hit there. He was run over by a
Well, didn't get much there, but I didn't lose anything, and that takes us to 2 minutes.
Yep. You know, I just had the most interesting idea.
What's that?
You know how when you sub players into a different position, they tend to play worse?
Yeah.
But if you convert a player to a different position, they play at their current skill level?
Yeah.
So what you do is you draft a quarterback, a superstar quarterback, and then you convert him to a punter.
Yeah.
And then you run nothing but fake punts all day long.
Uh-huh.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Jenkins with a man in motion.
Didn't like the way that was looking. You got lots of time, too, in your 2 minutes here.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you know,
Directing
that's
play.
exactly the response that I'm looking for when...
Passing on 1st down. With the throw. The 20, the 10.
I can't believe that.
They left him completely uncovered, right?
That's ridiculous.
See, that's why I thought I saw something, right? Because look at all the guys they've got lined up on the line, and then when they took the corner with them, well, all of a sudden it's like,
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, somebody's not covering him. So instead of getting greedy and trying to throw the deeper route, I just gave him a flat, and look at the guy that's trying to cover him is like 15 yards away, right?
Yep.
And we go back to the game.
Craziness.
We're just about down to 1 minute. Calling an audible. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
Hoping your lead blockers can pick that guy up.
Well, hope so.
Clark.
No problem.
He's just got it across the goal line.
The offense has been knocking on the door, and now they just kicked it down.
Yeah, that was a big play, eh? That's why I use that motion, though, in that, because I'm looking for mismatches like that, right?
And it's on its way. The point answer is good. They've now scored 14 unanswered points.
They're doing a good job executing on both the offensive and the defensive side of the ball right now. I'm thinking they're going to keep this run going.
Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 7-yard line.
Well, they got 31 seconds.
Anything going on their last drive, going 3 and out. It's 1st and 10. The corners are backing off. Gilbert, the lone back. He surveys the field with the pass, and it's caught. Tampa Bay calls a timeout. They have 2 remaining.
We've seen similar things to that before in this game, too, but that time the safety was a bit slow getting over there, right?
Yep.
The corners playing back.
So you didn't have a 2-on-1 situation there like you sometimes do, right?
Well, you can't always get what you want, right?
Changing the play now. Throwing on 1st down. Gets the pass off.
Oh, boy.
That short pass.
Hey, that was Danny Jones.
Yeah. Wow. Well, if anybody on this team is going to get an interception, it'll probably be him, because out of the 4 that you have as a team, he's got 3 of them, right?
The home team line up in a 5-receiver set this time.
And there's the sack.
Really not surprising on that sack,
No.
considering how they came out lined up.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack. Kansas City doesn't want a long pass over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary. The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on third down so far. Looks like he's changing the play. Pressure coming with the pass.
See, I can do that because it's all linebackers in the front seven type area there.
Yeah, they're fast enough that they can move over there, yeah.
And they can trade man coverage assignments on that fifth man.
The funnel will come out 7-5.
I think they might have been better off starting their second string guy, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not their coach, and I'm sure happy that their coach is a dumb...
Well, we got no blocking over there at all. Oh well. I guess we'll just let the clock run out because we can receive the kickoff to start the second half, and
Yep.
then we'll be able to get a little better organized.
Going into halftime. The score is 14-0.
Well, we're still winning by 14-0 here.
Yep. Well, getting a big play like that near the end of the half really helps.
As we get set for the kickoff, here's a look at the halftime stats. They'll return this one. From the 6 to the 20.
That's a face mask.
That's a big face mask, too.
Penalty marker down on the field.
That's the extra large face mask.
He's not getting up.
Not the...
It'll be all right to hit
So he got face mask, but he hurt his foot.
Yeah.
He got all of his face mask on that one.
Now, there's two types of face
That was a deliberate attempt to injure him, I think.
Yeah, it was. That was a deliberate attempt to injure. Ref, kick that guy out of the game right now.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Clark moves in motion.
See, here I've got them split so that they won't go in two different directions, right?
Throwing on first down.
Yeah.
Which will give me a little bit better pass protection back there if it's more evenly distributed, right?
Yep.
Take a taxi back to the stadium.
Nice job buying a little bit of time and completing the pass for the first down.
That's another one of those things that you really need to be careful on defense. He likes
Yeah.
to open things up a
And
little
since I've been
buying time by rolling out or bootlegging.
and then you'll notice too, I can audible Clark as an extra blocker in
Looks
the
like
middle.
he's calling an audible.
Yeah, which will stop those linebackers from shooting through the gap.
Going to the air on first down. And
In the few
it's
cases that happens.
Makes the
Yeah.
tackle at the 34. The receiver showing us soft hands on that reception.
The guy's been working really hard trying to improve. Looks like all that extra work is paying dividends.
Jill, any more information on the injury?
Looks like he'll be back.
Doctor, and he indicated that it is a minor injury.
To get that graphic out of the way, I can see what I'm doing here.
Return to the field.
All right, Jill, thank you for the
Good for you, Mills. Glad you're not hurt. Now shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
Looking for an option.
Oh.
And he
Yeah, but one thing that I want to look at here, not the drop, but watch over here. You see that? They bring that linebacker,
Yep.
but because I've got the split backs out here now, it kind of helps to pick up the blitz, right?
back to the field.
Yeah, it looked like he went to go inside because of that outside guy, and then he had to go outside anyways because the line closed up, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that sort of assignment actually impacts the entire way the offensive lineman blocking assignments interact with each other.
Mills, the man in motion. With the throw, and this pass is
Wow, you got a late hit put on you there.
25-yard
Yep.
line. Jenkins could have knocked the wind
But
out.
Only
see-
this was Madden 04.
See here, though, when they showed me the zone, right? And yeah, they're blitzing both of the linebackers. I knew right away he was going to be open if I could survive long enough to throw it to him, right?
Yep.
Because he's in the slot there running a curl route, which will kind of split, like find those soft spots in between the zones.
Yep.
And if they abandon half of the zones there by sending a double blitz, well, you know,
The visiting team have handled this defense, John, as they've averaged over 8 yards per pass play on first
Mills
down.
is back.
Scoreboard helps tell the story.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Throws it. Perfect throw. He's at the 20. That's awesome. So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives.
So I can still come out and call my run play out of this formation, but then if I have to audible to a pass, I can go to this formation that has a little bit better pass protection, right?
Yeah.
Pass play here on first down.
Oh.
Well, except if your guide, you know, just goes the wrong way anyways.
Yeah.
Didn't go anywhere.
Oh, well. I was able to see him coming, though. At least, right?
11 yards to the end zone.
I wonder if they were running some kind of stunt there.
I don't know. They're really sending extra guys a lot, eh?
Jenkins with a man in motion. Dropping back. Steps up with the throw.
Oh, come
he
on,
dropped
Mills.
it.
It looked like he'd come up with it, but
Wow.
he just couldn't get it under
Okay.
control.
He did a nice job of getting off the line.
Your foot's hurt, not your hands.
He had the ball
Yeah.
bounce right off his fingertips.
You can drop passes when you're dead.
8th play of this drive.
Oh, well.
The home team come out in a nickel package. Throwing on the run.
Coleman's got you covered.
Yeah.
Young records the stop at the 1-yard line.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on 3rd down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Of course, we still have the good old goal line full house out there.
Directing traffic. He tucks it away.
Oh, come on.
At the 1.
Oh,
The running game
I'm
has
surprised
not been
they
able to
didn't
get
actually
started today. They got
give me
multiple
that.
passing offenses ready
well,
to
look at where
carry
they
the
spotted the ball.
Yeah, I know. It looked like, because in theory, all you have to do is break the plane of the goal line.
Yeah,
right?
well, this is where the center snaps the ball, and he just snaps it to himself and just holds the ball out in front of him.
Yeah.
Right? And goes, touchdown.
Hands it off to the fullback.
Now this is exactly how to get the ball in the end zone. Just get in behind the center and guard and keep pushing and pushing until they're putting up 6 points in the board.
That's number 12.
Yep. Oh, did you just... Are you in the right... Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
you-
I'm good. We fixed that,
fixed that,
remember?
yeah.
The
Oh,
kick
man.
is up, and the extra point is good.
I don't know why the hell I thought of that again.
Continue to increase their lead. The visiting team are ready to kick this one off.
Yep. He doesn't get a lot of rushing yards, but he gets lots of touchdowns.
Yep. Well, that's what he's on the team for, though. He's the short yardage guy.
Decent kick. We should have a return from the 8-yard line. The home team have their work cut out for them as they take over at the 19-yard line.
Well, I suspect they're going to be passing now.
1st and 10.
They have to.
Giving some cushion on the outside.
Well, trailing by 3 touchdowns, then
John,
I'd
their
say
first down rushing
they
average
haven't
is
really
very
been making a
impressive.
huge effort to run the ball in this game anyways,
Inside
right?
and outside.
They give it to the halfback. Wade makes
Wow, I got
the play.
totally released to the outside
22-yard
there.
line. Tried to move the ball on the ground.
See, and then on 2nd and 6, they're going to come out with no running backs, right?
Dictate the pace of the game.
About 6 to go. Backing off.
Come on now. Let's do this. Let's get him.
Only one man back.
Come on. Come deep.
With the pass.
No pass rush.
Incomplete pass. Found the single coverage he wanted. He
But it
just
looks like
couldn't
we
get in
didn't
there.
need it anyways.
Well, he was pretty well covered on that.
The corners playing back.
Yeah, I see the center managed to trade with the guard there to pick you up that time, right?
Actually, I got pancaked
Gets the pass off.
because I was playing Pickens.
John is able to tip it away.
Look at that.
On every pass, there's a
You see, we don't get interceptions on this team. We just get a lot of deflected passes. Quote-unquote deflected passes.
Yep.
The punter's in
Yeah,
again
it's too
for
bad they
the
don't have a
first time.
statistic for dropped interceptions, eh?
Yeah, we just need to get
yeah, Travis Wade leads the team in dropped interceptions.
And he signals for the fair catch.
We just need to get a thing of Stickum out there, all right? Every linebacker has Stickum on their sock.
Well, let's try something different here. We haven't tried this yet. Let's see if we can get this to go.
The visiting team have been doing a great job throwing on first down, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
This is what makes our offense so effective sometimes. They keep the defense off balance.
Hand it off to the back. Slips the tackle.
Can Pete Clark run the stretch? Yes, he can.
Yeah, he's just fast enough.
30-yard line. Fresh set of downs after a nice pickup on the ground.
Hey, nice job up front, holding their block and allowing him to get a good run for a first down.
And after a successful running play, now they're going to bring everybody up again.
Clark moves in motion.
Yeah, well, you know, the 11-man box is better against the pass than the 12-man box. They got the ref backer back there playing it deep.
Here on first down.
Oh, I got hit as I threw.
Ooh, you're lucky that wasn't a fumble.
Even with the extra protection, they're getting through pretty quick, eh? Like, look at that.
Wow, they're sending everyone.
They're literally sending everybody. That's why if I could have got this pass to Rhodes, that probably would have been a touchdown, right?
Yep.
Because they're not playing coverage. They're basically playing blitz, right?
Yep. Well, at least the guys who had a man to block held the man up.
Give it to the halfback.
They all did their job. There was just too many men.
He's
Yep.
had pretty good success running the ball in this one.
Yeah, there were just too many coming, eh?
So it's third down as they try to get it to at least the 28 and convert. And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on third down.
Well, maybe we'll try a run play here. We got the lead. We don't need to take a risk.
Hand it off to the back.
Huh.
Big tackle.
Looks
there
like they were
for Wilson.
blitzing again, eh?
Yep.
There, John.
That's exactly what that was.
He knows how to prepare, and it really pays off.
Maybe I should have thrown the pass. Maybe I could have burned them for a touchdown if I'd have done it. But
Maybe you could have got sacked again.
yeah, that too,
Williams
maybe.
will come into this game to punt.
I don't know, you score one more touchdown, I'd be half tempted to sub our starter out. Just throw Krause in there for the rest of the game. The amount of hits you're taking, I'm worried he's going to get hurt.
Short.
Yeah.
Signals for a fair catch.
Oh, I tried angling that one so it wouldn't roll into the end zone, but I guess I didn't angle it enough.
So they have first and 10 here. They've been very good rushing the ball on first down, but still trail.
Yeah, sometimes a strong
And Cedric Perry gets another hit on the quarterback.
Pretty good coverage.
Yeah, if that guy's playing like walking wounded, I'm surprised that they're keeping him in there too. With him, you know,
Maybe he should have done that.
if he gets re-injured, they'll be playing without him for the rest of the season, right?
Well, if he gets re-injured, this game will get a lot tougher.
Yeah.
With the pass.
That didn't stand too much of a chance.
No.
Great effort up front to put the pressure on.
Yeah, flatten the
And you see that type
receiver.
of thing out of these guys a lot. They're big and they're strong and they're fast. Opposing offensive line sure have their hands full when they get out in this field.
And here's a look at each team's success on third down so far.
Third down conversions is a keeper stat. When you convert on third down, you keep three things. You keep your drive going, you keep their defense on the field, and you keep your defense
Oh, he found a guy.
on the sideline.
Yep.
Dumps the ball out to his receiver.
I
Lane
noticed.
ducked it to the slant.
Yeah, I noticed that Jones actually moved across the field to cover the right tight end, right?
That's right.
So he wasn't in that part of the field like he often is.
Well, you got to do what you got to do, right? I got to keep that tight end covered because he's got like a ridiculous amount of speed, right?
Yeah.
Only one man back. Throwing on first down. Closing in.
Oh, thought you were going to get him again.
Almost.
Isn't that something for a big old nose tackle?
Well, that's okay. They're going to come out with this now.
He threw that away just in time before you got him.
You don't get it.
Oh, they're bringing out no running backs again? Yeah, 5 wide receivers.
Backfield is empty, and they'll go with 5 receivers.
What did he just do there? He just audibled to a... Okay,
Yeah,
well,
he
you know
wanted
what?
extra blockers.
Yeah, I think that's all that guy was in there for, was to be an extra blocker.
Defender got in between
Yeah.
the ball and the receiver again.
They play a very aggressive style of defense, so that'll happen a lot to an opposing offense.
I don't think they're going to hand it to a wide
Kansas City's
receiver
going
out of
to
the
prevent
backfield.
Defense here as they back up the safeties and corners.
No, he's just a pass protection guy.
Stepping up, throws it.
Oh, that was a blown coverage.
Yep.
Johnson with the tackle.
I think he
At the
was
44.
trying to follow the ball and not playing his man.
Yeah, when you put together a great pass with a heck of a catch, that's exactly what you're going to get.
Well, you know what? This guy shows signs that he could be good when he's like at full strength.
But he's not at full strength.
The corners are giving a bit of a cushion. Only one man back. Throwing on first down. Gets the pass off. The pass ball's incomplete. And the
Yeah, I thought they were going to
defense
try to go to that side again, so I was putting a curl flat zone up there.
But he was
Uh-huh.
taking so much heat that it just kind of wobbled out of there.
8th play of this drive. Loosening up the coverage on the outside.
Oh, empty backfield again, huh?
Looks like he's calling an audible.
Not so empty after all.
Yeah.
The motion man. Pressure coming. Throwing.
I love that, though, how the wide receiver that goes into the backfield cut blocks the linebacker, right?
on the
Yeah, well,
Like,
you know.
They just
come
like a
on.
little pitch and catch.
Really?
It's in the game.
Yeah, whether it belongs there or not.
9th play of this drive. And they find themselves in scoring range. Gilbert, the lone back. Pleasant sends a man in motion. Hand it off.
I don't know. If I was a defense player and I was pass rushing all day long and I had that guy repeatedly going down to cut block me, I think I would maybe just drive the toe of my shoe into his torso really, really hard when he goes down to do that, and then trying my best to make it look like I tripped over him, right?
Yeah.
Reach the 16-yard line in order to convert for the first down.
Oh,
Giving some cushion on the outside. Slater in motion. Dropping back. Under pressure. Throwing short to his left. Perfect pass.
okay. I was in the nickel wide there because I was like listening to you and not picking a play.
Gilbert.
That's okay. It worked out well.
Finding the open area in the coverage. And
He
that's
threw
his
it
third down.
sideways.
They're inside the 20.
But yeah, you know what? That's what I would do, especially after about the 4th or 5th time that he did that, because
Key series
it is
here.
kind of a dirty
They're in the
technique
red zone,
too,
trying
right?
to
Like
stay
that
in
can
the
cause
game.
like leg injuries on players when they do that kind of stuff.
Throws one up in the end
Uh-oh.
zone.
Oh!
He found a hole in the coverage there.
That's the weakness of the
Well, this is the thing that bugs the hell out of me too, right? Is we've got the deep zone there, right? But he just doesn't move over.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
this is the
were
guy
you-
who enters his zone first.
Yeah. Were you playing cover 2 there?
Back to the game.
I was, but I
Yeah.
was inside my own 20. You'd think he'd be able to move
yeah.
over.
There's no reason why he shouldn't have moved over there, because there was nobody running another pattern that would freeze him in the middle, right?
Number 11.
He
Well,
just didn't.
especially because we had guys in the middle. Right?
Yeah, he just didn't play it well.
And it's up.
Yeah.
The extra point attempt is good.
I don't know.
But anyway, my philosophy would be, if you want to cut block me, you're going to leave the field with fractured ribs. And if I get caught and kicked out of the game, oh well.
From the 12-yard line.
I managed to run away from those guys a little bit there.
This one away if they can get into the end zone here. So they have 1st and 10 here.
But I don't know, it's one of those things, right? You play man coverage all game long. And in the moment you slip in a zone is like the moment that they throw a corner route, right?
Yep.
It's like, wow, they must be psychic.
Yeah, how did they know? Or maybe they're calling those corner routes constantly and just not throwing them because of the coverage you're putting out there too,
Yeah,
right?
who knows,
it could
right?
be. It could be that because like you look at even the way they play defense too. They keep doing the same thing over and over and over.
Are they in a goal line?
Yeah, they are.
Calling an audible.
But because of that, I'm just going to go straight at them.
Number 86. Number 59.
And try again on the next play.
At the 39-yard line. They went with the running play.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
Jenkins with a man in motion. On the move. Right to it.
Well, they can eat it now.
Watch the center of
Yep.
his body and bam, you hit him solid, just like you're supposed to do in a one-on-one.
Well, you know what? When they put the goal line out there like that, don't try anything fancy. Just run right at them. And if you don't make it, well, then at least you can try again on the next play, right?
Yep.
See something in the defense. Gets the call.
Ooh, I just managed to run away from that guy that burst through the line there, eh?
Yeah, I was wondering what was going to happen. He ended up standing over top of you at the end of the play there.
Yeah.
Fifth play of this drive, and they find themselves in scoring range.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, but see, they backed the safety off. You see how far off the line he is?
In motion.
He's at least 4 yards off the line. They're playing him deep.
Looking for a receiver.
Well,
Throws it.
That's overthrown. No,
Nope,
it's not.
It's not. I almost made it to the end zone. No, I thought to myself, you know what? Seeing that alignment, I'm going to try for the end zone on this play.
Yeah, just
Right.
fuck those guys.
Yeah.
It's first and goal.
Oh my god, this is
Yeah,
one of
they
those,
spotted
like,
it with the nose of the football touching the front of the goal line again, right?
Calling an audible.
I can't believe this. Total home field advantage.
Yeah, it's like, hey, ref, break the plane. That means all you need to do is put the nose of the football across the front edge of the line, right?
That's okay, now you lost a yard.
Yeah, oh well.
He's one of
I
those
don't really
every-down
care.
players. He's not a situational guy. You want him out there in every snap. He's smart, he plays with leverage. And you can count
I'm
on
going to
him
bang
make
it at him
big
2 more
plays
times, and if I get in,
just
fine,
like
and
he
if I
did.
don't, I'll kick the field goal. I really
Well,
don't care.
Guess it'll eat up lots of clock time, too.
Well, that's the whole point, right? I want to chew up the clock, get another score.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Crosses it left. Number 47. And so he takes it the rest of the way.
Caught them leaning the other way that time, eh?
His
Yep.
lineman created a little push, and the back just slammed right in there and got past the goal line.
That's what happens when you draw the corners in like that, though. You don't have any containment to the outside, right?
Woodson comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The extra point attempt is good. The visiting team are set to kick it deep. Good distance. From the 5-yard line to the 20. Stiff arm.
Yeah, what's he doing out there? Going left and right and left and right?
And it looks like there's a penalty on the play.
Well, I was trying to break off the block, right?
No,
Because
what's he doing out there? Because he couldn't decide where he wanted to go either.
Yeah.
It looked like he was almost watching you.
Whatever you can, and you grab
He's
it
like, hey, that's the guy who hits me all the time. Let's see if I can avoid him.
Ball on their own 35. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. Toss play to the left. He can't wrap him up. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about
Took like
your
3 guys to
defense.
tackle him.
That's what
Yeah.
happened there. He unloaded and he got it.
Well, that was pretty typical. Well, they got a little better than usual result, but the way that play developed is pretty typical for the toss plays, right? Half the team is out there chasing him, and then he's got to make some kind of adjustment to try and get away
Only
from them,
one
right?
man in the backfield. Goes over the middle. Almost a big turnover.
That's the thing. That was a
Almost.
Almost.
Play for his defense.
It's always
Go
almost.
as an incomplete pass rather than an interception.
Yep, just don't seem to be able to get an interception today. Just can't seem to even buy one.
The corners playing off a bit. Dropping back. Closing in.
Well, there's Zach Mack.
Great down.
Fighting off his man.
Gets the sack.
Go through your progression and get rid of the ball. Give your receivers a chance to make
Yeah,
a
I think
play.
they were going to throw that halfback route over the middle, but I had a spy there instead of a hook zone.
Yep.
The
Yeah,
defense
that
did a
kinda
great
shuts
job
that
in
off,
series,
right?
Pushing them backward. Here's the punt. From the 27-yard line.
Wow, that was a lineman that chased you down there.
On the return.
Yeah, well, he was getting there kind of slow, those, right? So I had a good, like, 10 or 12 yards to
It's
return
first and
that.
10.
Because he was just a slower guy.
The defense lines up in the nickel. Jenkins sends a man in motion.
They're blitzing that corner on that side.
Looks like he's calling an audible. Mills.
Mills is like, I hate you.
Oh, boy.
At least he didn't fumble it.
Yeah. I would have probably been better off handing it off to Easley, to tell you the truth, but...
Fullback handoff. Strickland with the stop at the 40. Gain of 3.
These guys like their blitzes so much, I just figured that maybe I'll play it a little more conservative. And, you know, just try not to get in trouble, right?
About 6 to go.
Come on now. Let's do this.
The defense has had difficulty stopping them on 3rd down.
Great. 72. Come on and get it.
He surveys the field, gets rid of it. This pass
You had a chance to Sullivan there.
touchback.
Yeah, well, I didn't see him, though.
And there are times to make throws like that. Times to zing it. He just
But that's
makes the
okay.
wrong choice.
Here comes the punter. He's gotten a lot of action so far. A line drive. Fair catch called for.
Well,
It's 1st and 10.
you got to take those long shots sometimes just to keep them honest, right?
They'll go from the I formation. Pleasant with a man in motion.
Back up, you asshole.
Pressure
Shit.
with the pass. And he hits his target.
See, I called my audible, and then I went to back everybody up.
Oh, well, you can accept the holding penalty and it won't count anyway.
Yeah.
And just remember to call one less audible this time.
Yeah, well, it was one of those things where, like, they decide that they're going to ignore the audible to move back down the field,
Yeah.
Their own 10.
which is what I told them to do again, right? I always back them up.
Over anybody's head here, so they back up the secondary.
They just decided to ignore that last one.
Trips bunch. Stepping up with the throw, and it's caught. And
Yeah,
he's
hook
pushed
out.
of bounds at the 19.
So hook out gets you 9 yards.
Yep, because now it's 2nd and 11 after being 1st and 20. Yeah, hook out gets you 9 yards.
Second and long.
If you run that shortish one, I think there's a longer one that'll get you about 12.
Gilbert, the lone setback.
Oh, there he is.
Yep.
Just blanketed the receivers downfield.
You have to get rid of the ball in that situation. Throw it underneath.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were looking for something deep there. I think like everybody was deep.
Yep.
Right. All four of those players are
they
deep.
sent 4 guys on deep routes there, yeah.
And welcome back. Ball on their own.
Well, they're not even going to pretend now.
Yeah.
Kansas City backs its secondary off the line to be in better position to defend the deep pass. Pleasant goes to work with an empty backfield. Throwing. And the catch is made. Number 49 makes the play. At the
And that's why you
14.
play the dollar defense.
Yep.
It ain't like they're going to send linemen into the pattern.
Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it
Look at
away
that, they
for
snapped
a
it before you could even
He's
back
waiting
up,
for the fair
right?
catch.
Yep.
They're trying all kinds of dirty stuff, like that gets them lots of extra yards on their punt, right? They punt it before your returner can make it all the way down the field,
So they have
which is
first
kind of
and
cheap, actually, when you think about it.
I mean, I guess we could do the same thing.
Silver, 35.
10. Crosses it left. Clark. Hall with the stop.
Running sideways and running sideways and run. You had a lot of room to run sideways, though.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much how the toss plays go, right?
It's second down and 7 to go. The home team come out in a nickel package.
Gray, 28.
Number 86. Young.
Get one of those every game, eh?
Number
Yeah,
86
just about.
did a nice job on that run.
It's surprising how a big guy like him can run so well.
They'll have to make some adjustments to slow this guy down.
Set. Delta, switch one. You can go.
Tucks it away.
Oh, somebody lost a block over there or missed a block or
There to
something.
make yet
Golston
another
got slipped.
outstanding defensive
He had that
play.
guy and he got
Name for
slipped.
himself with plays like that. He's one of those guys that every defensive coordinator would love to have on his team. He's smart, he plays with good intensity, and he's a heck of a leader on and off the field.
I guess at least he had that guy.
Changing the play now.
Okay, Rhodes, we're calling on you.
Dropping back, throwing, and he makes the grade. Bryant.
Ah,
with
here
the
I thought he
stop.
was going to have hands of stone.
Rhodes continues to reel
No.
him in.
He's actually usually pretty reliable.
Except on third down.
Yeah.
And this is the 5th play of this drive.
But then again,
About
though,
2
just
to go.
about everybody drops the ball on third down, right? It's just a thing.
Calling an audible now.
Come on, big play now, big play. Come on, baby, let's get him.
Hand it off. Clark just squeaks by the first down marker. Clark picks up the first down. That's the second time on this drive he's been able to move the chains. 1st and 10.
Well, you're keeping the ball moving, Yar.
Yep.
He sees something in the defense.
Gray, 35. Cowboy, 28.
Drops back with the throw, and he hits his target. So
Nice.
they're able to pick up another first down.
And this offense is clicking. They're making the right calls at the right time.
In field goal range now.
Hit it, good. Hit it. Stay on, Mike. Set.
Nickelback in this time.
Gray, 28.
Parkman dive. That's what I'm sensing here.
Number 86.
Yeah, well, we'll just keep pounding them with the run because at this... Wow, that was a crap spot.
Yeah, I'll say.
That's that backward run animation, though, right? Like, when you run into opposition like
8th play of
that,
this
when you
drive.
get through there and you got about 2 or 3 yards, and then the guy turns around and runs backwards to try and evade a tackle or
Looks like he's
something,
calling
right?
an audible.
Yep.
and then you end up losing a lot of your forward progress.
Yep.
And I'd really rather that he just go down right where he is.
Or better, that he could just run that guy over.
Hand it off to the back.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Look at
Hartman got out there to block the corner.
Yeah, number 86 there. Well, he made a mistake on that run play, but on the previous carry, but he made up for it there.
They're in field goal range. They have a big lead, and they're on the move again inside the 20.
Watch the gap. Watch the gap. Get low. Get low. No more, D. No more.
Up again.
Look at that, just ran right through that linebacker.
10-yard line.
Sometimes you can be a little.
Actually, you know what, Parkman, if you look at the number of broken tackles to carries,
Yep.
he has more broken tackles per carry than Pete Clark does.
That's not too surprising, though, considering how big he is. And it's funny, too, because he doesn't have as high of a break tackle rating, actually, but it just goes to show size does matter in the running game.
Yeah, I think it is. That's what it is about, really. It's just sheer size, right? He's just bigger and more powerful.
Throwing.
Oh!
Drops an easy one.
Drops the touchdown.
11th play of this drive.
See, what it is they're trying to make sure that Bo Jenkins' statistics here end up shitty, so they're all just going to drop all the passes that could make up for that interception earlier.
Yeah, well, we'll give Rhodes a shot this time, eh?
Looks like he's calling an audible. Drops back, gets rid of it, and he makes the grab. Bryant.
Nope, and now you're going to have to slam it in.
At the 2-yard line. He did a nice
That's
job
okay.
bringing that one in.
I'm all right with
Either
that.
that or it just got thrown in there so hard it stuck.
Bo Jenkins, he's putting the team before himself.
These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead.
We'll change. We'll give him a change of pace here. Let's see if that works.
Going to the left.
Oh, yeah.
With a run once again.
And a good job by
Almost
Golston there,
perfect
too.
run in that type of situation.
Yep, he just lowered his shoulders.
Picking
and
up
got
that
the
corner.
short yardage
Yep.
that they needed.
Oh, the Rainbow Afro guy is going home.
Yep, the fans are going home.
Woodson comes in to attempt the point after. And it's on its way. The point after is good. Now they've put it together offensively with 14 unanswered points.
They have a lot of talent on the offensive side of the ball. Scoring runs like this aren't all that unusual for them.
That's the kind of drive I like to run. Right? You run lots of plays, you take about half a quarter, and finish it with a touchdown.
From the 6-yard line.
Ooh.
To the 20.
Oh, my God.
Wow, look at him go. Danny Jones makes the tackle on the kickoff return.
Always Danny Jones.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You got to love the underdog, right?
1st and 10.
I mean, I'd love for him to develop into a player. That would be something.
Yeah, it would be fun.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Pressure.
Oh, he just got another one.
By number 95. John, I don't think they expected him to get sacked there. The defense dropped everyone back.
Yeah, the key is in the way that you loop around at the start, you can kind of get a running start at the guy.
Yeah.
And then if you can get a running start at him, then it's easier to push him backwards. And so that's really what I'm doing when I get off the line there, is I'm trying to build up a little bit of speed.
Only one man in the backfield. Stepping up with the pass.
Well, that guy's double covered, so...
Yep. Ben French gets a hand in there and knocks the pass away.
See, they keep coming out with that tight end on the weak side because they're hoping that I'll not cover him.
Yeah.
So they back up the secondary.
But he's always covered.
Only one man back. Under pressure, gets the pass off.
That didn't have much of a chance either.
No, that had no hope at all, actually. I think there was like 3 defenders there. Somebody's got 4 pass deflections in this game.
I wonder if it's Ben French.
I think so, because he was in the area again.
Ben French, leading defensive back on the Crusaders.
Yeah.
And he chooses
Yeah, you have
return
to you
this
have to
one.
weigh at least 275 pounds to play defensive back.
That's right. If I could get that, I would.
2-minute warning coming up. The home team come out in a nickel package. Looks like he's changing the play. He tucks it away.
Well, that's kind of a throwaway down, but I want to run the clock out to the 2-minute warning here.
Bumblebee in your helmet. You just can't get rid of it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
2nd and 10.
Well, no,
Run the clock out and run it low.
I actually ran that play like that on purpose, right? Because I wanted to run the clock down to the 2-minute warning here.
Yeah, well, you're pretty much at a point now where you could just force them to use their timeouts.
Yeah, we're so far ahead that I could basically just make a commitment to run the ball 3 times and then punt, right?
And we've reached the 2-minute mark.
Set.
Directing traffic.
72.
Going to the right. Well, that gets off. Garcia created problems in the
Well,
backfield
okay.
on that. He got in there and made the tackle.
Nope.
Scores for the game.
I think that's exactly what I'm going to do, really.
Yeah, especially if they don't call if they're not going to call a timeout on this down, you might as well.
They're probably either they've given up or they're going to use their timeouts
Very well on 3rd down
when they're
so
on
far.
offense,
Big
right?
reason why they're
Yep.
ahead at the moment.
But I don't really care here. I'm just going to run the ball and then kick it back to them. We're so far ahead, it doesn't matter even if they were to get a big play and score here. It isn't going to be enough.
On the carry. Adams makes the stop at the
And they did call a timeout too.
Yep. Oh yeah, I knew they would. But at this point, it doesn't matter. I don't know why they're even bothering.
And they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt.
That's a great punt. That's inside the 20.
Yep. Just barely, but
A little over a minute left. The corners playing back. Only one man back. They'll pass on 1st down. Closing in. Gets the pass.
well, you were chasing him.
Yeah. He's just a little quicker than me.
Yeah, he just took a couple of steps to his right there to get away from you, and
We're just about down to 1 minute.
See, the crowd was deeply unhappy with that hit he took.
yeah.
They're going with a form of bunch formation here. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete.
He almost got to him there again. He's
Brings up a 3rd down play.
right.
Well, now they're lining up in this, so I'm going to line up in this.
Still to go. Loosening up the coverage on the outside. Pleasant sends a man in motion.
That's not going to help you, buddy.
Throws it, and he makes the grab. Tampa Bay calls a timeout. They have one remaining.
They called a timeout before the punt. Wow. Okay.
That's suspicious. Oh, did you see that instant audible? It was a fake.
Yeah. Do you think they were running a fake,
It was a fake. He instant audibled.
or did he just audible to max protect?
No, he instant audibled. It was a fake.
Uh-huh.
It was a fake. I thought that behavior was suspicious.
Your mistrustful nature paid off.
That's right.
Looking upfield. Boston makes the tackle.
Well, it really doesn't matter to me. Going to see a couple more run plays. If they call a timeout to stop the clock, whatever.
I don't think... Oh, yeah, they still got one.
Yeah, they still have a timeout.
They need to reach the
So they'll probably call it after this play, because I'm going to run the clock down to about 20-25 seconds left in the game.
Yep.
Looks like he's changing the play. Changing the play now.
So I'll run this, and then they'll call a timeout, and that'll be their last one.
Looking to run it here. It's loose.
Oh! Wow, that's 2 fumbles in one game, eh?
Yeah, but they're going to challenge
the
this
booth is
one.
going to review the fumble.
Weak into holding on to the football department. You know, so many players go for the strip, and that's one reason we're seeing more fumbles.
So what we're looking for here
what
is
a meaningless
whether
review.
one of his knees hit the ground before the ball came out.
And sometimes it's hard for the official because...
Well,
Okay.
I guess it'll be
So
good
I
for
guess-
his statistics.
I guess it wasn't a fumble.
It'll be good for his statistics.
Yeah, they're not going to call a timeout. They're just going to let me run the clock out now. So that's it. We go to Tampa Bay and give them a beating, 35-7.
The score is 35-7.
Nice.
This is Al Michaels with John Madden saying goodbye for EA Sports.
Although I think that maybe it might have been a little bit closer game if their quarterback could have actually played.
Yeah, I'll imagine that. They'd been testing... They would have been testing me deep all game long.
Yep.
But I think they weren't throwing those because... even though I was backing everybody up, they weren't throwing those because of his hurt arm.
Yeah. Yeah, you could definitely see it when he's throwing those long flat passes and stuff like that. He couldn't throw them in there with the same, flat trajectory that you usually see on those. But anyway, we did manage to pass 100 yards rushing.
Nice.
And the Pirates didn't do very much running or passing. Well, we're 5 for 5 on offense in the red zone, right?
Yep.
Then look at the time of possession. I don't think that they really did more than just make a token effort at running the ball.
They didn't make a lot of first downs, though, either.
Yeah. So I had a bit of an off day. I threw some really bad passes today off my back foot and stuff like that, but still turned out kind of okay.
Yep.
Well, look at this. See, I think that the III system is a little bit better for running because if all you have to do is look at that result, right?
Yeah, Pete Clark did way better.
It's like 2 yards per carry better than what he was doing before all season long, basically.
Or I guess you could say at least it's better for running with the halfback.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the halfback is supposed to be your feature ball carrier.
Nah, it's
anyway,
Parkman.
Right?
Parkman is the feature ball carrier of this team's offense.
Well, no, he's the feature short yardage guy.
Mills.
Right?
It's Mills. It's always been Mills.
Yeah, Mills has got to carry.
For a yard.
So anyway, Rhodes caught lots of passes. Mills, Clark caught a few. Parkman caught a pass. And I threw one to Golston and he dropped it. But anyway. Well, I still had 6, 7, 8, 9 drop passes in this game.
Yeah, they were just kind of soft on defense because they were playing the run so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, basically anytime I did throw a pass, if a receiver caught it, it was a big play, right?
Yep. Well, let's
So-
see. We've got lots of tackles by Marco Good in this game and lots by Cedric Perry. He was everywhere at once.
Yep. Well,
By Travis Wade.
yeah, he
Danny
piled
Jones had a slow day.
up. Yeah, he piled up 2 more sacks, right?
2 tackles for a loss, both linebackers. 2 sacks by me. Yeah.
Yeah, you got one.
2 sacks by Cedric Perry.
And Zach Mack got a sack.
Yeah, Zach Mack gets the sack.
I miss being able to say that because it's so much fun. Yeah, Ben French with 4 deflected passes.
God.
They were trying to throw those passes to the outside a lot, though. Like look at Cedric Perry there with 3 as well, right?
Yep. And then over the middle, actually that would be to the right side. Tried throwing to the right side a bit. And Danny Jones was doing the over the middle thing most of the time.
Yeah, they didn't throw very many his way this time around, though. Usually he's busier.
Well, the kicking record was fairly unexciting. Just some extra points. You did a good job punting. Not the best net average, but hey, screw it. It's probably better than the rest of the net average in the league. Everybody in this league sucks at punting.
Yeah. Well, look at this guy. He completed 45% of his passes with an average per pass of 3.7 yards. Yeah. And they only ran the ball 11 times. And actually, you know what? I don't think that they were failing at it. You know, when you manage 4 yards or better per carry, I mean, that's okay.
I think they gave up after we got ahead real quick.
Yeah. But they threw an awful lot of passes. They had 5 drops,
which is not great.
But they did throw 35 passes, right? Normally, if I throw that many, I get like 7 or 8 or 9 drops, right? In fact, I think that's what I got.
Yep. Look at Jennings there with his 10 tackles.
Yeah. The other corner with 9. But they blitzed a lot, right?
Yeah, they got quite a few.
They had pressure coming from the edges a lot.
Quite a few tackles for loss, quite a few sacks.
Yeah, like I don't usually give up 3 sacks in a game, but boy, they were just coming through there really, really quick. But anyway, I had an off game and we still blew them out, so I guess who's the player of the game? Pete Clark. Well, look at that. He got 5 catches for 69 yards too, right?
Just the right amount of yards.
Yeah, this is the right amount of yards.
All right.
So anyway, all-purpose back Pete Clark is the player of the game. And we are still undefeated.
We're doing good.
Yep. Until next time.
I'm Rick B5.
And I'm Sandman99.
Have a good one.